Welcome to the 11th election of American history. It occurred in 1828 from October 31st up to December 2nd. Incumbent President Quincy Adams had a lot of problems to deal with, while Jackson and his supporters were so furious that they renominated him in 1825 already. One of the biggest achievements during these 4 years was the Erie Canal finally being finished. After 8 years of hard work, one of the most important infrastructures of this era was built. This would transform New York into the commercial capital of the US and open the West for more settlers. This was the biggest achievement of DeWitt Clinton's political career, and was one of his dreams fulfilled. Also during this time, Henry Clay had a proposition. The Nicaragua Canal was a plan that would revolutionize commerce and transportation, but was rejected in the end because of how unstable the country and the region was. Meanwhile, the corrupt bargain was still haunting Quincy Adams, and things would only get worse when the Tariff of Abomination was passed during his term in 1828. Martin Van Buren had a cunning plan. He, alongside Southerners and Vice President Calhoun, created this tariff as a political tool, a bill that was seen as nightmarish, to hurt politically and drag Quincy Adams and Henry Clay's popularity. The bill was not supposed to pass, but only to be debated on, or so the Southerners thought. To the gut-wrenching dismay of the Southerners, it passed and became a bill. It overall was positive for Northerners, especially in the Northeast, since more people bought American goods. But for the South, it was horrible since it raised the cost of living astronomically, and there was less trade with Britain. Many argue to this day whether or not Van Buren was a mastermind who tricked these Southerners into this bill, or whether it was an accident. Either way, the effect was tremendous and helped skyrocket the rise of Jackson. Also, there were new major parties in this election. The Democratic Party, led by Andrew Jackson and Martin Van Buren. The Democrats, or the party of the common man, believing laissez-faire and having broad appeal everywhere except the Northeast. The National Republican Party, led by Henry Clay and Quincy Adams. Their party base was mostly businessmen and industrialists. They believed in high tariffs, doing best in the Northeast but lacking outside of this region. The Democrats nominated Andrew Jackson and John C. Calhoun as his running mate. Yes, Calhoun, the vice president of Quincy. He switched to Jackson since he disagreed policy-wise with Quincy, while the National Republicans nominated Quincy Adams and Richard Rush as his running mate. Richard Rush, who was the Secretary of Treasury under the presidency of John Quincy Adams. Jackson held the advantage with his fan base, enthusiastically ready to vote for him in a heartbeat, while Quincy was holding out for hope and trying to do his best with the cards he was dealt with. And the winner was Andrew Jackson won, becoming the 7th president in American history. As expected, Jackson won with 178 electoral votes and won almost all states except for the Northeast. And John C. Calhoun stayed as the 7th vice president in American history. This was a significant election, showing how powerful Andrew Jackson's common man rhetoric and appeal was. Jackson broke the precedent, being the first president who was neither from Virginia or Massachusetts. Quincy became the 2nd president to lose re-election, just like his father, John Adams, did in 1800. A weird fact is that John Quincy Adams won the exact same states that his dad John had won 28 years prior. In the Senate, the Democrats won a majority, winning 26 out of the 48 seats, with 25 needed for majority. For the House, the Democrats barely won the majority, winning 113 seats, only 6 over the threshold. Democrat Andrew Stevenson, a Jacksonian from Virginia, was the 11th Speaker of the House. Jackson took his oath of office on Wednesday, March 4th, 1829, in the United States Capitol. Jackson and his supporters would thrive, changing the course of history, and thus the 11th election in American history came to an end. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned for the next video.